Hi guys, welcome to our first actual lesson. Today is day 6 and we're going through 5.4 least common multiple. So at this point, just to point out, all of you guys should have your homework submitted already. So again, I'm using 7A as an example. If I were to go to Hangyu, so make sure you are clicking on your own name. If you click on content library and try to upload homework here, it's not going to work, okay? Make sure you click on your own name. I'm going to use Hangyu as an example. She has submitted her homework here, something like this, and I would have given you your annotations and check marks, okay? So for today's notes, you'll again be able to see it under your own name if you go to class notes. I will push the lesson out to you here, but of course we're filming this as we speak, so you won't see that quite yet. All right, so let's get started really quickly here. Least common multiple. I know you guys are already familiar with the concept, but we're going to go through 2 quick methods here today on how we can find the least common multiple. So to start with, what exactly is a multiple? Well, a multiple of any number, of any number, just means that it's the product of the number and another non-zero number. Okay, so that sounds like a mouthful. What does that actually mean? Well, if we are looking for the multiples of 2 times any other number will give you a multiple. For example, 2 times 2 gives you 4, 2 times 3 gives you 6, 2 times 4 gives you 8, and so on and so forth, okay? The pattern really continues forever. If you're just looking for a multiple of one number, it continues on and on and on. But if a multiple is shared by 2 or more numbers, then it is called a common multiple. And that's exactly what we are working with today. So let's look at this example here. 2 ferry boats leave a loading platform at the same time. One of the ferry boats returns to the loading platform every 25 minutes. The other returns every 30 minutes. In the next 300 minutes, when will they return at the same time? So right away you can see here, I'm looking for the same time, which means I'm looking for some kind of common multiple between the number 25 and the number 30. So here's the first method to doing it. I can simply list out all possible multiples of 25 and 30 up until the multiple 300. So let's see what that actually looks like. First, I want to find multiples of 25. Well, what are some multiples of 25? 25 times 1 is 25. Times 2 is 50. So I'm going to keep listing them. Keep listing them until I reach 300. $175, 200, 225, 250, 275, and voila, 300 right here. So I don't have to go any further than 300 because the question specifically asks in the next 300 minutes. The 300 here is 300 minutes in our question. The second thing is, I want to see which numbers this boat has in common with the other one that returns every 30 minutes. So I'm looking for multiples of 30 this time. Start with 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, and 300 minutes. Okay, so let's see what numbers they actually have in common. Well, I go down from my smallest end, 25, 50, 75. 150 here is the same between 25 and 30, and they also both multiplies into 300. So for this particular question, I can say the common multiples of 25 and 30 are 150 and 300. To answer this particular question asking when they will return at the same time, the boats will return at the same time after 150 minutes and 300 minutes. Okay, so that is done for this question. Now, if I were to ask you to pick your brain and recall least common multiple, which number here is the least common multiple of 25 and 30? Well, if you said 150, you answered that correctly. The least common multiple of 25 and 30 is 150 because there are no numbers under this that they have in common that they both multiply into. So let's look at the quick methods by review. Just now what we did was we found the least common multiple by listing all the multiples of the two numbers, and we found whichever one they had in common that was also the smallest. Okay, so that method didn't take us too long, but you know what's going to be even faster is if we were to write out the prime factorization of the numbers. Multiply together the prime factors, use each prime factor the greatest number of times it is a factor of any of the numbers. Again, let's do an example to see what that actually means. I would like you guys to find the least common multiple. Find the least common multiple of 42 and 60. What is the least common multiple of 42 and 60? Well, to start, I'm going to find all of their prime factors. So 42, let's do our prime factorization, is 2 times 21. 21 is 3 times 7. So the prime factorization of 42 is 2 times 3 times 7. These are the factors we need in order to get the number 42, which is the smallest factor, smallest multiple of 42, because essentially we can think of it as 42 times 1, correct? Now let's do prime factorization of 60. We have 2 times 30. We can do 3 times 10, and 10 can be split into 2 times 5. The factors that multiply into 60 are 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, this is the minimum amount of factors we need in order to get a multiple of 60. Now we want to see what these numbers have in common. First of all, I can just take all of these numbers right here. In order to get 42, well, I need at least a 2 times 3 times 7. This is what I need to get 42. But is it enough for me to multiply into a 60? No, it's not. What else do I need to do a 60? Well, let's have a look. My 60 has a factor of 2. Perfect, I have a factor of 2 here. I have a factor of 3. 3 is checked off. But I'm missing another 2 and another 5. I need at least another 2 and another 5 in order to get the factor 60. So I add them in the back here, times 2 and times 5. So essentially I'm saying I need 2 times 3. These numbers here, 2, 3, 2, and 5 in order to get the number 60. This is the minimum I need in order to get a multiple of 60. To sum it up, my least common factor between 42 and 60 is 420, and that's just from multiplying all of the numbers together. LCM of 42 and 60 is 420. I am also okay with you writing your final answer nice and cleanly, just as 42, 60 equals 420. And there you go. We're all done. So for homework on this section, I will upload the homework questions for you guys as a PDF because I know some of you have left it either in Hong Kong or in school and you're not here right now. So I'll upload a PDF version of it. Do please make sure you are doing it using pen, pencil, and paper, okay? As much as possible anyways. Your homework questions are listed under your homework section on your pages. So if I go back to, I'm going to use 7A as an example again. What I'll do here under homework, least common multiple, I will list here for you what exactly the homework questions are. And what you have to do is click on your own name. So let's say we click on Hangyu again. This is if you are Hangyu, you click on your own name. You click on homework, you will see another section being pushed out to you on the bottom, and that section is going to be named 5.4 least common multiple, and that's where you upload a picture of your homework, okay? So I hope that helps. Please don't hesitate to message me if you have any questions, and of course, list any questions you have right here on homework help, okay? If I don't answer your question right away, maybe one of your classmates will. See you!